So today I'm going to be going over the giikercube and some stuff where I think Geiker could improve it, and also some things I find great about it. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to split this video into 3 parts. One part just showcasing and explaining what the giikercube does. The other part saying stuff I like about it. And then the third part saying the things where I could see improvements. And yeah, where I hope there will be improvements. So essentially what this cube is a cube which you can connect with your phone. So when I do moves, it will track it on my phone. And so you can do certain things with it, which I'll go over now. So here you can get a tutorial, and it's a beginner method, and it works great. It's really simple, but yeah, that's it. And then you can play games, and they're all single player, but they're fun, and yeah. So in this game you need to turn the colours which it shows up with memory. Anyway, I'm going to fail so I can move on. And yeah, it's just a bit of fun to waste time. Anyway, here's another game where you turn, and the colour you turn, that's the tile you move. So anyway, now the cube is scrambled, so you can use the solver, the little rocket, and this will show the simplest way to solve it, or the quickest, the least turns, and yeah, it will just do that. Now let's get into some patterns. So if you click on the 4 boxes at the bottom, there are lots of patterns which come up. So then it will show you a pattern, and you just follow it to do what you like. Really straightforward. Anyway, now the fun bit begins. This is battles. So here you can battle against a random person who's about as fast as you are. So you've always got a good chance to win, but you're not guaranteed to win. It's not that easy. Anyway, it shows you how to scramble it, and yeah, then you get a 10-second countdown, and then it starts. I'm going to let this footage play in the background, and we can talk about the pros and cons of this cube. Despite the fact that this cube is Bluetooth, it turns really well. It's quite clicky, it's magnetic, and I think you might really enjoy the turning. It's quite satisfying, really. And another pro is the software is very simple and understandable. It shows you averages and turning TPS and stuff like that in a really simple manner, and it's really easy to connect. The games are fun, although only a single player. I've enjoyed myself too much with them. They're very enjoyable. And now to get into the cons. This video isn't really meant as a review. It's more meant as a some feedback to Geiker, because I've written some stuff which I find kind of annoying, and where I think the potential is much bigger than it's being used. So here's my list of cons and improvements and features that I would really like. First off is M moves. I find M moves, they don't work. So when I was making the checkerboard pattern, it's really just 3 M2 moves, or slice 2 moves, but it had to make it in a very strange manner, and I find that a bit annoying. I'd also really like if you could add friends. The potential of that would be amazing, because then you could, if you play with someone online and you find he's a good opponent, you add him as a friend and you can always see when he's online, and you two could play together. Or you could, over some messenger app or Facebook or something, add a friend. The possibilities are endless, so I find that would be very nice. Also, I'd love it if you could post good times. So what I mean with that is, it's a bit of a quality of life feature. If you get a really good time and you'd like to share it, instead of having to take a screenshot and send the screenshot, you could just send that as a proof. Next up on the list is real-time playbacks. So when you play back a solve, what I really like is it's in-depth. It shows you when you made the cross, when you finished F2L, or if you use LBL, the beginner method, it should show you how you did that. So I find that really nice, but it's not in real time, so you can't see how you did the algorithms. It just shows it in one pace. And then finally, some competitive games. I know you can play online and just race, but how much fun would it be if you could play online and play all these games as a race instead of just single player? I find this would be very game-changing and very fun. Anyway, that's going to be it. If you have any recommendations for other features you would like, leave them in the comments. And I'd just like to say, this cube is very good, so I've been having lots of fun. It's definitely worth the price. Big shout out to Geiker, they did an amazing job. I haven't tried out the other smart cubes, maybe one day I will, and then I can compare them. But first of all, yes, I really recommend this cube. Bye then.